Hey everyone, welcome back to Grassroots Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, be notified for our latest to the greatest episodes, as well as make sure to get in tune, get down, and join our Discord where we talk about stocks, gaming, tips, everything in between. I'm one of the hosts for the show, Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm Wylson.
And Chris filling in for Nas again this week.
Filling in for Nas again.
Put it together, Nas. Put it together.
Yeah, put it together, Nas. How's everyone feeling this week?
I feel great, man.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a COVID test.
Okay. All right. How are you feeling?
Well, of course, I'm negative,
Well,
but I think I was potentially positive before I got there. But, due to my rapid healing abilities, the test came back negative.
okay.
I'm not shocked.
You weren't shocked, all right? So you weren't nervous or anything?
I could probably lick the hospital walls.
Got it.
And be fine.
And that you're that immune to what's happening in the entire world.
I can feel the antibodies.
Yeah, right?
It could be the antibodies. I was going to take an antibody test, but being that I'm filled up with antimantium, I thought it might just be a waste of everyone's time. So, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe next time I'll have COVID. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe, right?
Maybe.
Well, we're all vaccinated here. Hopefully you guys are taking it serious. Pandemic is a real thing. COVID is a real thing. I'm happy you went and got tested.
Yes.
I'm going to go get tested again. We encourage you guys to go get tested. Be safe, be sound. Yeah. So, outside of that, did you guys have a good weekend?
My weekend was amazing.
Yeah, I had a great weekend as well. Very relaxing. Didn't really do too much, but...
Yeah. What I would give people a warning on being that now that marijuana is legal and everything, if you're going to be smoking out of raw cones, make sure that you use the organic ones. Don't use the regular ones. I think that's what made me cough and led me to believe that I may have COVID. So during these times, just a little public service announcement.
Organic only.
Organic only.
Organic only.
Well, I feel you. I get it. I don't know. Where do we start, Chris? Where should we start? There's a lot that's happened.
Actually, let's build off of this topic. New York is going to reopen in July. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. How are we feeling about this?
As it should be.
Now,
what's the first thing you guys are running to do?
I don't really know that I want to do anything. I've been in the streets. Like, I've been running around. You guys will be outside. I'll probably be in my home. Like, I'm chilling.
I'm not going to lie. Due to COVID, I've saved some money.
Yeah.
Because I'm not out at bars.
Yeah,
I'm not going crazy.
But that's the other thing, too. I feel like we talk about this a lot on this show. Like, I feel like COVID has taught me so much more. Like, I have a better appreciation about a whole bunch of things, including, like, life and money, right? Like, I used to buy crazy kicks, all type of stuff. And then when you really look at it, like, do you really, really need this stuff?
Yeah. Especially now, before I even purchase something, I'm like, who am I buying this for?
Yeah, like
who am I getting dressed up for?
Yeah, man. I swear, if this wasn't for the fact that like people watch this show, I would wear the same clothes every day on the show, like a sweatsuit and there. Like I would not care. I would walk around in joggers like all day.
Now I do have a question, which stems from our earlier conversation that we were having with our studious colleague Tone.
Okay.
Who had educated me on the fact that the vaccine doesn't actually prevent you from contracting COVID-19. So with everything opening up, you could still be getting COVID and spreading COVID.
Technically.
It's just that less people are going to die.
Technically speaking, because again...
So you guys are actually more dangerous to people like me that don't want to vax because you guys are just going out there all willy-nilly.
And so you're standing on this, right?
Yeah. So now you guys, so now all of a sudden you guys have a license to kill because you went and got a shot.
Well, technically you got a license to kill. You walking around not knowing if you got the antibodies or the bodies or if you're the virus. You could be the plague.
But clearly not me because
your skin's looking a little fair.
Super power healing.
I'm just saying your skin's looking a little fair. You don't look.
If by fair you mean generous and plentiful. Yes, I'm very bountiful.
Fruitful? You have fruitful skin?
Yeah, I'm flourishing out here, man.
Yeah, you're stupid. Yo, something is wrong.
But yeah, no, that really doesn't make any sense. You open it up 100% because people are vaccinated, but you can still contract it and spread it.
So this is my thing. Yes, statistically speaking, that is true. Not true, I'll say, but that's been floating out there, right? Number one, it's a vaccine, much like the flu and stuff like that. So yes, it has those type of protective properties to your body. Like I was explaining this to someone else. They said, Brandon, you know what made you break? You've been on this show talking about you wasn't taking anything, you're, Skynet. And I thought about it like that. Like a doctor had explained to me, hey, Brandon, you've already taken stuff as a kid that's literally saving you right now. Like you were vaccinated when you were a kid. You had to be vaccinated going to school. Same thing for you, same thing for Civ, Tone, everyone in this room, right? Like you had to do that. So for me, that's the one thing that made it a little different for me is that I'm like, yo, it already stuck me with needles already when I was younger. That shit's probably still affecting us or in our bodies now. What difference does it make?
But that's kind of a point made in bad faith, though, because I believe those vaccines that you took, they weren't in the midst of a pandemic.
True.
So they weren't rushed. They were probably studied a little bit more. And I'm not sure. Tone had... so have they used inactive cells in other past vaccines, or they made a synthetic version?
Polio, chickenpox, they've used it. They've used like inactive viruses in previous.
I meant, were there vaccines? I'm sorry, because I misspoke. Were there vaccines that did not use an inactive variant of the disease?
But it's not as common. Usually, by that time, they have those inoculations that they use the inactive so that the body can generate that immunity. But this is quick, so they had to respond to the pandemic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, it's a lot going on. Like, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of things out there that are happening. So,
I guess to put a bow on that, good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Yeah.
Like,
may the force be with you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I wish I had another one to come up with.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna keep on.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna keep
rolling with those.
No, I got one for you. I got one. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, okay.
I got you.
Go.
You see what I'm saying?
Spider-Man.
Listen. Band of Brothers, gentlemen. Band of Brothers. You seen the movie?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yo,
I've seen
watch
that
Band of Brothers.
Man, look, everybody's got bands, but we march to our own drum.
No.
Hove. We can do this all day.
Listen, if we're gonna talk about Hov,
And we're gonna talk about the Khaled album, too.
All right, let's get into new music. So a bunch of new music came out within the past few days. Chris, go ahead and take it from here. Where are we at with
so
new releases?
we can start off with the rumored albums. So
Okay.
I think all the Giants will come out to play. I think Drake is coming out soon. We got J. Cole posted on his Instagram story. There's rumors of a Dr. Dre album involving Eminem, and I think I saw Crooked Eye post something about that too.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess out of those three, which one gets you the most excited?
What about Drake?
Yeah, I mentioned Drake.
You meant Drake?
Yeah,
Did you mention Tory Lanez and
Tory
Chris
Lanez.
Brown?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
Tory Lanez and Chris Brown
Listen,
combination album.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie.
The game needs a good villain.
The two bad boys of R&B.
Yeah, listen, we're always for like the villain that like just stirs shit up. Like there's the 6ix9ines of the world. There's a bunch of people like that, right?
Yeah.
These two gentlemen have been public enemy number one for quite some time. Tory with the Meg shit, Chris with his past. So I look at it like, why not put these two together to make a smash album?
This album's
gonna be amazing.
But do you know how much material they put out? This is about to be like a 100-song album. Like,
Yo, Chris Brown alone puts
Chris
out like
Brown only dropped
40
50-song albums.
Like,
Do you understand the summer's coming?
listen. So here's my. Who takes the summer?
Chris Brown, Tory
Hold
Lanez.
on, Drake. Chris Brown, Tory Lanez. Dre, possibly. Who else?
Cole and Kendrick.
Cole and Kendrick. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it right now.
Well,
I'm putting my money on the villains. I mean, for
yeah.
summer anthems, you got to go Chris Brown and Tory.
Yeah.
Exactly. I gotta go with Chris Brown and Tory Lanez because in order to take the summer, the music's got to be litty.
Yeah.
Drake could do litty music, but the forces combined
And that's the other thing I'm looking at
of
too,
Chris
is
and
that-
Tory. Yeah.
That's the other thing I'm thinking about too, because you're right. I'm thinking about in terms of like the giants that their projects are probably done, right? Like Drake's album's probably done. Cole is probably in the midst of it or pushing it out. And then out of like I wasn't expecting news to break about another Tory album, let alone a Tory and Chris Brown project. I think that project is going to do well just simply because they make good music. Despite what you say, despite the allegations, despite anything, if you're just focusing on the music part of it, that's going to be some damn good music.
You know who's gonna eat out of all these albums?
Who?
The TikTok dancers.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they're ready. That's at least 20 dances they got to come up with.
Easily.
Man, you might see me TikToking.
Oh, listen, y'all want to do a TikTok? We can do a TikTok. Listen, let's make a bet. If that album is fire, we doing a TikTok.
I want to see some choreo to that. Chris
Listen. If you listen, you do it, I'll do it. Gentlemen,
I'm inclined to agree to crazy things, but I feel like that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be there in the moment. Like I don't want to do.
Oh, come on!
I could feel it.
Yo, you always be. Come on, man.
Fine.
Thank you. All right, we're here.
All right, it's on camera now.
It's on camera. It's stamped. We're doing a TikTok video of that album's fire. I don't know what that video is gonna look like. I can't tell you that it's gonna be good, but we're doing the shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all we're doing. So I'm fine with that. What else happened?
Do you? Well, let me ask you this, because Dr. Dre's last album, what was it called? Compton,
which I love. It's one of my favorite albums. Even though I know.
You know, I gotta go back and listen to it.
Compton is
I don't
hard.
think I give it a fair chance.
I don't think I listened to it with fair ears. Like you said.
Compton.
It came out during the time of the movie.
The movie, and so it kind of got.
Not only that, but there was just a lot of pressure on him after the Chronic 2000.
That's what it was. Most people went into that saying, "Oh no, that's the Chronic." Like it was called Compton, but everyone dubbed it as, "Oh no, that was the album we've been sitting on."
I mean, the reason being was the album was originally supposed to be called Detox, and then it was hinted at for like 20 years or something like that. And we've heard snippets here and there, but then he finally came out with Compton out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have faith in Dr. Dre?
I was about to say,
I always have faith in the good
Doc.
Doc.
I have faith in Doc. I'm saying, do we have faith that the album's gonna come out? I feel like it's like every time we get here where we feel like we're gonna get some new music, we see pictures, we see little snippets, like you see little shits, like y'all saw the shit the shit he was in the studio talking about his ex and all this other stuff. Then we seen the picture with him and Kendrick. Like, I feel like I always get my hopes up with Dre, and then I'm let down because then it's like, oh, nothing. You never even hear what happens. Like it's like, oh, these rumblings happening, and then it just stops.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now. I try not to get excited. Like even for Drake, we've been waiting for Drake's project to drop. I don't know how long, and here we are in top of May with nothing.
Yeah.
So,
if Dr. Dre didn't take the vaccine, could he still call himself doctor? But
I don't even know how to follow that.
Yeah, what do you say to that? Like, how long have you been sitting on that joke? And tell me if you practice that in the mirror. I need to know.
I'm just saying,
I know you were driving in the car on the way down.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, this one's gonna really get him today, guys.
I'm just saying he's the highest paid doctor in the world.
Oh my God.
If he didn't vax, I'm not doing it.
That's a fair point.
That's not a fair point. Don't back this shit up, Chris. That's a horrible joke. That's a really bad joke.
Dr. Dre's a doctor.
No. Yep. All right, forget it. It's fine.
But going back to the rumored project, I think a lot of people have been tweeting. So Crooked I tweeted this. I believe M and Kendrick tweeted this. Beats and rhymes. Does that title get you excited about a Dre project? It's just beats, the letter N, and rhymes.
Wait, whose album title is that?
Dre's.
Drake?
Dre.
No, Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, that's the. What's it? Beats and rhymes.
So beats and
Beats and
letter
rhymes.
N.
Yeah, and rhymes.
So it's rumored because we've seen 3 people tweet it out along with their picture with Dre.
Yeah.
You know what? It's simple. He does have the Beats by Dre. I'm serious though. So that's got to be a play.
Is there
on
another
that.
product coming out?
On
Rhymes.
that line.
Is there another product coming out? Rhymes. It's like notepads.
I don't know. That's interesting though. I like the title though because it's simple.
Yeah, but
for me, you can't fail with simple titles.
Yeah, but
I am fine.
I
with
agree
the one
too.
Letter, the one word.
So this is my
album,
thing.
Like Compton.
This is my only thing, right? Because I agree with you.
Yeah.
Do we think that Dre needs to do this in terms of that, with that that anonymity, that enigma type of thing? Because again, I think if Dre just called the album Dre, it would go.
Yeah,
just because we're waiting on a Dre album, and I just think that would be hard for an album cover to just say Dre and then dot. Like that's fire.
I agree with you. I think that would. I think that would actually be harder.
Hey Dre, don't steal that shit.
Well, he's gonna take it.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's gonna take it.
Yeah, he's 100% is.
Yeah,
but
he's just not taking the vaccine.
100%.
But he's gonna take that time.
As long as he takes that advice and not the vaccine, I get the album, I'll be alive to listen to it. I'm backed up and we good. I'm cool. I'm all the way cool with that. That is 50-50. That's 50-50. But that's what I would do. I try not to get too excited about it, just because.
Speculation. No point in raising your expectations.
There's nothing concrete. I'm no longer getting excited about pictures that float on the net where it's like, oh, this artist is posed with this artist and the album is coming. No, I'm not doing that no more. It doesn't make sense to me, so I'm off that. What doesn't seem like it's over yet is the JBP. Mm-hmm. So for those that have been paying attention, the good folks over at the JBP network, obviously I think it was like the last 2 episodes, obviously it came out, they aired out their grievances on air, which I thought was very big. I've had conversations obviously with all of them intimately. Some of them I haven't spoken to intimately, just obviously because it's too close to home. You guys know how I feel about this. Like a bunch of people hit me, some with positive stuff to say, negative stuff to say, and what I'll say is again, when things are too close to home for me, and when things are it was just too close to home for me. You know what I mean? Like I that's why we never reported out on it. Like we said this off camera, obviously talking transparently with my guys and everything. For me, it was very much a thing of, hey, it wasn't about money and wasn't about women. Like, I just think these guys need to talk. I also now, being at this level and having some of the meetings that I'm having, and you guys, some of you guys have been privy to it, right, of what we've been working on and what we've been doing. Now I get it. Like, I used to be a really good texter. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be a really good return your phone call right away person. And if I click my phone now, look, I'll show y'all where I'm at. And it's not just because I want to stack calls. Like, it's just a busy time. 25 messages, and I'm at, 44 calls.
Well, the older that you get, you realize that spending your time on the phone it's valuable, man.
It really is.
So you kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't call people back right away because I don't have it in me to give them the effort or energy on the phone.
There you go. So that's what I learned, right? Like, and shout out to Chelsea too, because she gave me a good stern talk on a CEO's level, right? Like, hey, you got to work about business. You got to remove the emotions. You got to you got to talk about things that matter to you, and you just got to do you, right? And I'll explain why. And this is my thinking. My thinking, if I'm Joe, is, okay, there's clearly something going on there. There's an internal issue. We got to talk about it, right? And so originally when we came in here for this episode, I was like, fuck, how are we going to do this? Because, I'd been speaking or trying to speak to everyone at this point. We just all been talking or just having some sort of conversations. And then when we woke up, I guess whatever day that they dropped, I think it was their Saturday pod, I was happy to see the guys all together again. I was happy to see it. I called Joe. I called a few different people, and I was happy to see it because I felt like I really, in this space, I feel like all things can really be solved by simple communication. Like, oftentimes we don't talk about shit. We don't discuss internal things. Like, we don't discuss just things that maybe rubbed you the wrong way, but because we're men and just even in potting, right, or just working, right, like this is a job for us. Most people don't realize what goes into this business. I think it's often lost about the simple communications, right? Like even with you, when we were talking about you in the COVID test, like I had no idea. We were still, planning, recording and everything. And they're like, yo, Wayne is he's going to go get a COVID test. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I didn't think anything of it. I just thought she was like, oh, you're just going to be, going to go take care of your shit or whatever. And then when I heard you, I was like, oh, wait, you have a cough. You have like my whole everything changed. You know what I mean? And I just think that.
Yeah, I was hurt yesterday.
Yeah.
When I put it in the group chat and no one responded with any kind of care.
Yeah.
Right after I think I may have COVID, Nas is posting pictures of the Green Lantern in front of a green screen. I'm like, I'm like,
so listen.
does anybody care that I could be dying?
No, so listen. So let me tell you something, because this is an important part about this whole thing. That comes full circle. So what does he do? He goes and taps Ice and taps Ish. That makes sense to me, right? It makes sense just because, and how I explained it to them is, let's do this in layman's terms, right? Let's say I don't know, your local Walgreens or your local Starbucks. That's a popular place, right? Your local Starbucks, right? Let's say the manager of Starbucks, right? You're during your workday, you're doing whatever you're doing. You're cooking, whatever it is that you're doing. Two of your cooks leave. One that makes the coffee, and one that makes the I don't know, my favorite Swiss cheese sandwich that they make from there, right? Do you think the manager of that Starbucks and/or the CEO of Starbucks is going to, number one, shut down that Starbucks location for the two employees? Number one. Number two, I look at it like, would the CEO or the manager lash out at any of them? So that's how I look at things from a business perspective. So for the fans, I look at this like, hey, those guys literally are and were going through stuff, and they just had to talk, and it took time. Like, they needed time to just sit and just chill. Like, you know, you guys heard the episode, and I think that was important. It's more than just, potting. Like, we talk about that a lot. It's more than just that. There's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot of business into it. There's a lot of strategies, a lot of meetings. There's a lot of bookkeeping. There's so many different avenues with it that I think if you're not engulfed in the business, if you're not actively working it, and if you don't really have the know-how or anything like that, you outsiders looking in, or even if you're in it and not having all the information, you would take certain things the wrong way. Like, I think a naive Brandon, a naive I'll just say naive Brandon, you know, it would have went differently. But being seasoned and understanding it, like, it's like, I get it. It's got to keep going. My only thing with the entire time was just that I wanted, those are my guys. Like, I've known them fucking 18 years almost.
Well, if I were to give an outside perspective after watching the episode with them, they all look like they felt like a little guilty. Like they all let things go too far.
That's
you can kind of tell from like their body language and how they were speaking, like they all sounded like a little nervous and whatnot, even though they've done 1,000 podcasts together.
But that's how you know that, you know, they just got to talk some more.
Yeah.
Like you hear in the beginning where
they sounded pretty normal the next episode for the most part.
They did, but that's what I liked. And that's why I'm happy that
I'm still waiting for Maul to get back in his groove.
Yeah.
Maul doesn't sound like he's in his groove yet.
Yeah, but the thing is this though.
Rory sounds like he's,
they're still going through the healing.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be difficult anytime you mix your friends with business.
It is.
You know, like there's a certain conversation you had to speak business-wise compared to how you would regularly speak with your friends.
And that's the thing that is tough. Like, it was tough for me. It was early on. It was very tough for me. It was very, very tough. I didn't understand certain things. I didn't understand the reasoning behind certain things. I didn't understand the moves behind certain things. Some things that were done, I was like appalled by, like, ugh. And then when I look at it now, it's like, oh, thank God. Like, wow, that worked out. Shit, didn't see that coming. So I think that and not to beat a dead horse, because y'all know how I'm cringing talking about this right now. I really, really am. But I just want.
I wasn't even trying to get the scoop from you.
No, I know.
Wait, so
and you was just trying to tell me that you don't have the scoop. I was like, look, I wasn't asking for the scoop.
I know. So all right. So this.
But deep down inside, I was hoping that you would volunteer the information and the scoop.
This is what I said to you and a bunch of other people. If I had the scoop, right? Let's say I had the scoop. What type of integrity would I have to go and give the scoop? Like, we pride ourselves on this program, on this show, and everything that we do in integrity and trying to just move right and trying to, just create good content. What do I look like coming on this show and saying X, Y, and Z is this, X, Y, like...
Yeah, you can't. You're not supposed to give out your friend's scoops.
You know what I mean?
You would look like TMZ. Like,
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just not doing that. I'm damn sure not about to be clickbaity either. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm addressing it now is just because, much like Wylson and a few other people hit me much like him, and
And on top of that, they already put it out there. So.
But that's the other thing. But even outside of that, but I got tired of that, and not because of you, but everyone kept saying the same thing. Hey, yo, what's up? You know something? Yo, what's up? You know?
Yeah.
And then it went from that to, well, yo, I know you know something, or it's, hey, well, what do you think about like? No, I don't know anything. I purposely choose not to know anything. And if I did know something, I'm not saying shit. All right? Like, I just want to work. Like, that's all. I don't like to do all of that. And especially to your point, Chris, just with friends and stuff like that, I think for me, my value is a little bit more. I'd rather not do that if it's gonna be messy. You know what I mean? And, it's a touchy situation. It's always been touchy for me. It will always be touchy, and that's why I just move a certain way, just because I'd rather not. We've all gone through enough. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean, go through anything more than that. So
yeah,
I hope in short that answers a lot of you fans' questions. I hope that, in short, you guys can stop DMing me and hitting me about that kind of stuff, just because, again, if you know me, I'm not saying anything. It's not my place. It's not my business. These are people that I love and care about. I've known them for years. They've given me information. They've helped me. So, yeah, when things get weird like that, I'd rather not and pray for the best. And so far, I'm happy that, again, the energy from that previous episode to this last episode came out. It looks like these guys, my guys, are on the path to healing, and I'm happy for that. Y'all can believe whatever you want, but that's the truth, and that's kind of where we stand with it. So, you know, shout out to you guys. I'm proud of you guys. I'm glad you guys started the conversation. Keep the conversation going, and do what you guys are meant to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, real quick before we go into the last topic of Floyd Mayweather versus
I forgot.
Floyd Mayweather
you know
versus
what? You
Logan
are
Paul.
potting, yo. You go get more COVID tests. That's what you need. Go get tested again, King.
Why?
Go get tested
Why?
again, King.
Are you saying I need to go get tested again because I'm so sick? Because I'm so sick at this?
That's another one.
I'm
He
ill?
saved. That's another one he saved.
Yo, he's sick.
So
It's like, this is going right in the piggy
you
bank.
gotta watch him. He's let's take this line out today.
if I got a COVID test for every time I did something ill. So, no. What I was gonna say is, because we were talking about like the decor in here.
Yeah.
Because we gotta spice this up.
Yeah, we will.
You know, not only do we have
New room. But
New room.
Yeah.
New room.
Not only are we fighting the reverb, but as far as the aesthetic goes, how about some wildlife, man? I think a big plant right over there would be nice.
Okay.
Maybe a small little bonsai tree right here.
Yeah.
I could trim it. I could tend to it.
You can tend to it. Okay.
Oh, I could tend to it.
You missed it right before you got here, but I was about to take one of the big
he tried
plants
to.
from the lobby.
Chris tried to steal a
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah.
It's
It'd be nice. A little bit of wildlife. We're grassroots.
yeah.
There's no greenery.
I see the branding there. You're right. I missed that
Yeah.
one. I missed that. If I'm keeping it a buck, I want to call someone, but I don't know if they're gonna answer because they're always busy. I wanted to call Juwan. You remember Juwan that came on the show, Floyd's trainer?
Oh, uh-huh.
I wanted to call him and see if we can get an inside scoop on this Floyd Jake Paul fight.
We should probably prep him first.
Yeah, we probably should prep him, right?
Yeah, see what he's willing to spill.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna spill anything.
But Floyd was actually talking about the fight. I'm not sure who was interviewing him, but essentially he was saying, why wouldn't he fight a YouTuber? He was saying, for a regular fight, they can gross about, he said something about like 50 mil or something like that. But he said with this one, it's around 9 figures.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So that's my thing, is that I know that
and he was like, it doesn't go on his record.
yeah, it's an exhibition match. But that's the other thing. But even still, because it's Floyd, most people still will hold this against his record. Like, God forbid.
Well, people want to try to see him lose.
Of course.
I mean, honestly,
Don't be stupid. Don't say nothing.
yo, if he loses the fight, that's a loss to me.
Yeah, I'll count it as a loss.
I'll count
too.
it as
That's
a
a
loss.
loss.
Even if it's an exhibition match.
Yeah, I don't care if it's
I'll
an
count
exhibition.
it as a loss,
You
but
would have gotten beat by Logan Paul.
but that's my thing. So hold on. I'm not even gonna talk like this because Floyd is one of my favorite boxers.
Yeah, but I don't think he's touching Floyd.
Yeah, but from what I do understand is I believe the weight difference that they're allowed to enter in. I don't think that
There
Floyd.
is a massive weight difference.
Yeah, I don't think Floyd is allowed to be over 160.
Yeah, he's not allowed to be over 160.
Yeah, and I don't think that Logan is allowed to be over 190.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very big.
That's 30-pound difference.
Yeah, that's about. I'm not sure how the weight classes go. I think heavyweight, right? 190. That's like heavyweight.
I don't remember,
Yeah, I'm
but
not familiar.
No, what's heavyweight? Well, I think. Well, we're just gonna assume that's heavyweight.
yeah, I know like
160 definitely ain't heavyweight.
Yeah, 160 is not heavyweight, but I mean 160
and weight
not,
makes a difference.
Well, yeah, weight makes a difference though, but also that also matters in speed, reach, like all
That's
of those
true.
things. Like I'm never going against Floyd. I don't give a fuck how
No, don't get it twisted. I'm not going against
Yeah,
Floyd.
no, I know you're saying if God forbid some crazy shit happens and yeah, I get it. You would have to count it as a loss. You would have to just
I'll
because
look
it's
at it.
Floyd, because he's like the greatest person ever when it comes to boxing and just sports and just, you know what I mean, competitive nature. So it's one of those things where
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Let me tell you something. I think that he's about to get revenge for Nate Robinson. I think I'm dead serious.
I think so too,
I
though.
think he's gonna knock
A
Logan
lot
Paul the hell out.
a lot
quick.
of people were mad about that shit.
Well,
with Nate.
Floyd in particularly.
Yeah.
He had after Nate had
Did
got
they have some type of relationship together?
well after Nate had got knocked out. If you go on Floyd's Instagram, he has a post of a picture with him and Nate Robinson, and he's talking about how brave he was to even step into the ring and all this other stuff. So I think he's gonna try to get revenge for him. Honestly.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
that's what this match was about.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna give him 9 rounds like Conor, unless there's money involved. Allegedly, he makes money through Vegas. The longer the rounds go on, or if
Yeah.
he knocks him out at a certain round. But I think he's going for revenge for Nate.
I think so too. I think Floyd is gonna take this fight serious. Like meaning like he gonna really put some work on Jake Paul.
That's what I'm thinking. I think he's gonna.
And that's
I
what
think
I'm
he's
saying.
gonna hurt him.
But that's the other thing. A lot of people are saying they're mad about the fight just because it's Jake Paul and
It's Logan Paul.
I mean,
Paul.
I keep saying Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Sorry about that. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just because it's Floyd. I keep having to remind people he's a prize fighter. Like look up the word and the definition rather of prize fighting. Like
That's
prize.
what Floyd had said.
He's a prize fighter.
Floyd said not only is he a boxer, he's an entertainer.
But that's the other thing too.
So
at this stage in Floyd's game, I don't want to see Floyd back in the ring in Showtime boxing. Another young we know we know what it is at this point.
Well, nah,
Go have
he's
your.
older though now.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Well, no, let me say that it does matter. But what I'm saying is when there's somebody like a Floyd,
I mean, it's somebody like a Floyd, but I don't think that Floyd would be able to fight like Canelo Alvarez right now.
Floyd has never touched a canvas.
I think Canelo will put him down.
Why do you say that when he beat Canelo?
He beat Canelo years ago.
Does not matter.
Canelo was, I believe, like 20 or
So
22.
you think that
Canelo's in his prime right now.
I hear you. You think that Canelo would beat Floyd right now?
Yeah,
not
Canelo
think so.
right now would lay out Canelo from back then.
I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah.
that because he's faster. His punching accuracy is better. His speed and
Canelo knocked out who? Klitschko?
Klitschko.
I'm not sure.
Not
Paul-
Klitschko. Wait, not Klitschko. Klitschko is heavyweight. No, it wasn't Klitschko.
Who was it? It was one of those dudes. Hold on.
He has a lot of knockouts.
But he went up in weight. Hold on.
But listen, I'm not going against Floyd.
Do you think we're gonna see a knockout in the Floyd Paul fight?
No, I think no.
Kovalev. Kovalev.
Yeah. And that wasn't. I could have told you that was coming. I could have told you that was coming.
Nobody really saw that coming. Kovalev's a heavy hitter.
I hear you. Have you seen Alvarez really box? Like when
But
he's in his bag, like.
Yeah, but Alvarez had to go up in weight class.
But that's my point.
Normally dudes that go up in weight class like that aren't used to that weight class, they don't have as much power as they did in the lower ones.
But that's my point, though. That's my point.
So nobody saw the knockout coming.
Yeah,
The
but
way how it did. He bullied him.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Back to Floyd. I think Floyd is gonna literally just beat the brakes off of him. Like
I agree.
Beat his body up. Like that's what I think is gonna happen. You're gonna see him hit him with them rib shots. You're gonna see him soften him up the entire match. That's what I think is gonna happen.
But no knockdown?
Nah. I don't think it's a knockdown. I don't think Floyd would be going for a knockdown.
Yeah.
I don't think
see that in his stage of the career.
Well,
right
that's
now.
the other thing too. I think about his hands. Like, you know, I can't think of his rap guy that passed away. I can't think of his name. No disrespect, obviously, to that. I can't remember his name, but he had the same hand rapping guy forever. So I think about that and what his hand structure is or his hand condition is. I don't know what that's like right now. And then I think about the fact that Floyd often says, like, just because you guys don't see me, I'm constantly training. Like, just because he's not like the top of shape, he's still training. You see him going live once in a while and just hit the speed bag. Like, that kind of God-given talent is just, I won't put anything really against it when you've proven it time and time.
I trust his instincts. I trust his instincts.
Yeah. Like,
I trust him as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of my favorite fights, the Mosley fight, Pacquiao fight, the Arturo Gatti fight is just a masterpiece. If you've never seen Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti, even though he beats the dog shit out of Arturo Gatti, R.I.P. to him, boxing legend. But Lord, you want to talk about a boxing clinic? But even the Mosley fight. You remember when Jawan came on, rather, and he was like, I asked him, I said, yo, were you scared? And he said, hell yeah. He's like, the first time I've ever seen like my guy almost not only hit the canvas, but it looked like his knee was about to touch the canvas. Yeah, we were scared. That's a big moment. You know what I mean? Like, you're dude. And then he goes into the corner, comes back out, and is just a surgeon for the rest of the match, where you now have Mosey complaining like, hey, and Floyd's just popping him, shut up. Nah, you want to box, right? Like,
are y'all paying to see this fight?
I will. 100%.
I'll stream it.
I'll stream
it.
Yeah, no, I'll pay for it.
I'll cut the cord.
I'll pay for it. I'm a Floyd fan.
I'll be over at whoever's house pays for it.
You guys can come over here. You guys can come.
See, there we go.
Okay. You guys can come
It's
hang.
late.
I'll be then.
Yeah, you guys can come hang with me.
Fight party.
Yeah, fight party. We'll do a fight party.
Team builder.
Yeah, team builder. Team
Yeah,
builder.
right? I might bring a designated driver.
Nas.
Nas. I was gonna say Nas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I wonder what Nas is doing. We should call Nas and see what he's doing. Hold on. Let's call Nas.
Nas is a crab.
Yeah, he is a crab.
He's also working.
I don't care. I don't care about that. Nah, it's fucked up.
Just call him in his place.
Call him while he's working and shit. Yeah, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? There's one more thing that happened.
Oh yeah, it's the KHALED album.
Oh yeah, so that's the
No,
calendar.
I thought we already talked about that.
Did we? Loosely.
More about Dre, but
Well, yeah. What do you guys think about the Khaled album?
I guess I'll start because I was planning to just come on here and just absolutely destroy it and shred it.
Oh, shit.
But I would compare it to this. It's kind of like Nas playing 2K. You know, when you put all the sliders up, but you still fail.
So, okay.
It's
I get what he's saying.
If you look at the track list, you just look at the names, everybody on the project. It's like, how do you mess this up?
Yeah.
But I feel like you found a way to mess it up. It's kind of like you took all the most well-known samples of like well-known songs, the biggest artists in the game, and it comes off sounding very generic or very processed.
Commercial?
Yeah, very processed.
Khaled cliche-esque, right?
Yeah. But
I thought about something to your point, and I want you guys to answer this, right? Do you think that Khaled is such a good salesman, marketing person that he oversells the bodies of work, which then it kind of hurts him? You know what I mean? Like, we the best! You know what I'm saying? Like, we here! And then when the project drops...
I love the impression, by
You know
the
what I
way.
mean? I've been working on it. Did you hear the inflection? We the bat! You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on it. I did the hand movement
it's
and
pretty
everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm working on it.
I liked it.
Got the transitions.
I was with it.
You know what I mean?
I was in the moment. I was on a jet ski right there. He's put me on a jet ski next to Assad. But
Next to Assad. That's
yeah. So
It's just Wylson in his side.
Wilson is Assad.
yo, Assad's dumb cool, son.
Yo, word.
I can
That kid's gonna be a star.
That kid is swaggy.
Yeah, he's gonna be a star.
He's already got the Russ hairdo.
Yeah.
He's lit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Whenever Khaled drops an album, for me, I more so view it as a mixtape.
Me too.
I don't.
Me too.
I don't look at it like an album because there's really. If there was a concept to a DJ Khaled album, the concept is motivation. You know what I'm saying? Everything's supposed to be motivating and uplifting. You don't really hear like negative songs on his albums, like anything like too like hard or anything like that. So I don't view his albums as albums. I view them as mixtapes. It's just a collage of music, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's good music. You know what I'm saying? You could tear it down if you're looking at it like an album, but I would like to see one time he actually have a focus on a concept
On
album.
a concept album, yeah, versus a mixtape.
And then get all the artists behind the hold on.
The
COVID.
I was about to say, you better cough away from that mic.
He coughed right into the mic.
coughed.
It's like, hey, you guys heard that?
No, I need water. Those damn Raws. So, but no, I would like to see at least like one time he corral all the artists behind one concept
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's the only thing.
or idea.
I think that's the only thing with Khaled. Khaled makes good music. Like, I just think maybe the masses still look at him as DJ Khaled. They're not taking him serious as DJ Khaled putting out an album. They're still looking at it as DJ Khaled, then another mixtape with all of these top 5 dead or alive rappers on your shit, and it's still not. It's not doing what it should. It may be a little over commercialized.
But we do need to still give him credit because he does have Jay-Z and Nas song. We need to be thankful.
Listen,
Congratulations.
I know people killed that record and didn't even think much of it. I like that record a lot.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that record.
Before this, I was going to come in here and kill it because I did not like that song, and I love both artists.
And I was surprised.
See,
a lot of people took that stance like you, though. A lot of people don't like that record. They don't like that whole verse. They don't like the Nas. They just don't like it.
I think that at this point, Jay-Z and Nas they need to give New York an album.
Do you think that'll ever happen?
I don't think that'll happen.
That's never happened.
I think it could, but it would just have to be New York.
They
would need DJ Premier beats.
Yeah, but even
did you hear the Nas verse? He's the cryptocurrency Scarface.
Yeah.
There's no way that album's gonna come together.
Yeah,
now. He's too busy investing.
Well, Hov is the angel investor. They have a lot to talk about. So,
all right. So we talk about dynamic. Do you think that they're dynamic? Just to answer to do you think that they're dynamic, their energies? Do you think that given all of the rumors, all of the everything, do you think that these two gentlemen could legitimately put a body of work together that you would believe is believable, like with that you could feel?
Well, we only have 3 songs with them.
Black Republicans, this record, and
Success. But Success was basically a remix of another song that Hov had did.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't count that.
I don't count Success.
Success is my favorite out of the 3.
It is for me too.
Black Republicans fire. I don't care what nobody says.
I know you take that stance. Like
that beat is fire.
I love that beat. That beat is stupid.
Wayne and Jewels did it better.
Yeah, they ripped it up. But even the concept of being a Black Republican, just saying that on a record is
powerful.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
And then you have this record. I'm tired of seeing them just like floss on records, pretty much. I want to hear hard, gritty New York.
But you're not going to hear that from them. Think about it.
We definitely could.
I think
that's why they need to do an album.
It would sound more like 444 in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
It would sound like 444 in my opinion if they came together and did an album together.
It would.
I don't know.
Think about how mature these guys are.
They're going to tell you about their investments, their paintings they've bought.
Yeah. I think that there would be a 444 element to it. Here goes how it would go if Wylson could have his way. Okay.
Wylson wish list.
It would start off. It would pretty much mirror their careers. How they started off with Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic, just 2 street dudes. Start your album there. Give New York the butter.
Yeah.
And then you grow in the industry. Give me that. Mm-hmm. Then you guys become family men.
Oh, you got it all mapped out.
You have your kids and everything else. Mm-hmm. And then you become the Another B, angel investor, Scarface of cryptocurrency. Give us that at the end. And then you leave us with some hope for the future. I'm just saying.
I would love that album. That sounds like my top album of the year.
I want everything in it.
That sounds like that album is never happening. That's what that sounds like.
I think it could 100% happen.
Could it? I didn't say that it couldn't happen. I said that it's not happening.
Well, I mean, they're taking baby steps. They've never done a video before together. This is the first video with Hov and Nas.
Mm-hmm. This is the very first one.
I realize that, but I don't think an album is coming from them.
I think it's coming.
I think they're going to single us and record us to death, and we're going to always speculate.
I mean, that's kind of whole been like the last year or so. Here's a verse. Here's another verse.
Every time,
every year.
Yeah, every time hey, I'm still nice.
Yeah,
hey, forgot about me.
Well, put it this way. I think that Hov, I think that Hove's at a place where this is the perfect time because I don't think that Hove wants to do a full solo album.
I don't think
And
so
I
either.
think that's why he
Did the
joined J Electronica on his album.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he join Nas for a full-length album?
If I'm being honest, the Hove is at a point where he doesn't have to do that.
Doesn't have to do it.
He doesn't have to. He could easily partner with artists for the rest of his remaining years and still sell and do what he does. Like
That's true.
It's
but
not.
I think he knows he has to.
Yeah, he's culture. He has to. To the fans and viewership, let us know what you guys think about that topic in particular. How do you guys feel about Nas and Hove doing an album? Do you think that the chemistry would align? Do you think that the music would live up to what we would build up in our heads, and or would it live up to anticipation? Let us know what you think about that, as well as just all of the thoughts around JBP.
It's synonymous.
JBN.
Yeah, JBN.
Network
Which one?
versus the podcast.
Yeah, network versus podcast. Yeah, let us know what you think about that that whole situation. And then lastly, tell us what you guys think about the new releases and the rumored albums that are potentially coming out. Who do you think's taking the summer? Who's not taking the summer? And what artists would you like to actually hear from that you haven't heard from in quite some time? I think that's another thing. There's a few artists out there that are extremely quiet that I would love to hear from.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That could have even been a topic. Let me
feel
start
like
you guys off. SZA.
Yes.
Ooh, I got Frank Ocean.
Give me SZA and Frank Ocean.
Yeah, I got.
No
SZA.
pause.
Yeah, no pause at all. No pause at all needed for that. Yeah, I got Frank Ocean, man. Frank Ocean has been extremely quiet.
Yeah, I mean, it's, allegedly he's opening. If he hasn't already, he's supposed to be opening up like a gay club in New York City.
In New York City, yeah.
Oh, I think that opened up.
Did it open
word?
already?
I think so. I'm not positive.
I thought he was gonna drop like an album with that.
That's what I thought too.
That's fire. That's gonna be like the new Studio 54.
On the low, on the low. Listen, Boogie Nights.
Now we pause.
You think that's what,
And
that's what's going on in
now
there?
we pause.
It was. Hey, I can't. Joke
I'm
with this
glad I
shit.
saved that pause.
I can't even.
I'm glad I saved it.
Forget it, man. I can't.
feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby.
I like that record.
Yo, I was listening to that record on the way here. I was like, yo, that slap could potentially rival all Michael Jackson songs. And oh yeah,
All
baby.
All right, let's
Real quick.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
don't
nope.
cut it. Don't
Yeah.
cut it. They get overtime right here.
Yeah, no, I know they're gonna get the overtime.
So I can name that record. One of
Hold
my
on.
favorite
I just
records of
wanna
all
be clear. I
time.
just want to be clear. You really are saying that out of all Michael Jackson records, you're just
Well, hold on. I'm gonna name 3 Weeknd records that rival all Michael Jackson records. They just don't have the time on them yet.
Okay, so
Okay, so instant classic.
yeah, this guy's
So
nuts,
the-
man.
I feel it coming.
This is when I
Hold on, I feel it coming. The joint, I forgot something. Hours, doing promo. The Hills. One of my favorite songs of all
that's a
time.
great song.
I used to drink to that song and be like, "This is my life." And then there's a third one.
Oh yeah, no.
Those 3.
Wait, can you sing it again?
Mike.
Wait, sing.
Those 3 songs. Imagine if Mike was alive and Mike sung
Yo,
those.
word, with them
Those
melodies.
were the songs Mike didn't get while he was alive.
Yo, you're right, man. With those melodies, man.
Towards the end of his career.
That's gonna be unforgettable.
Crazy. Weeknd, if you need somebody to feature
Yeah, if you need
on your
backup
song,
vocals.
holla at me.
Word. Yo, let us know what you guys think. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Nas and everyone that supports us consistently. Who else do I want to? There's so many people I want to thank for this episode and a bunch of other things, but we'll save it, I guess. But
Yeah.
let's stay tuned, stay down. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, be notified for our latest and greatest episodes, as well as make sure to join our Discord, again, where we talk about stocks, gaming, everything in between. I'm one of the hosts, Brandon Killabh Hall.
I am Wylson.
I'm Chris, aka Chris Bops. Cut it off. Cut it off, Sid.
Peace.
Grassroots.